I absolutely hate it when book covers have people on them. And it's worse when beautiful novel covers get replaced with the actors if they are adapted into some form of visual media. It ruins the magic for me. It includes another person's perception of who the characters are, and my brain automatically begins to shift my own reading to fit their narrative. God, I cannot truly express how much I hate it, but the people around me seem to like seeing people on book covers a lot, leading me to think that maybe this is truly an unpopular opinion that I have. Edit. Thank you guys for all the responses and making me feel like I'm not alone in this. I guess I had it all wrong and it might not be unpopular after all. You know what, I actually agree with this. I enjoy it much more when I can create the image of someone myself based on the descriptions given to me. Everyone creates their own likeness to characters based on the descriptions given, and that's what makes it unique to you. I agree 100%. I prefer anything to real-life people on book covers. To add to that, I greatly dislike video game covers with near photorealistic characters on the cover. A good example of this would be BioShock Infinite. Awesome flip side to the cover, but the actual cover you see in stores looks so bland and generic despite the game being very damn good. I will specifically buy the original cover instead of the movie cover when I have the option. Always. I don't mind if the covers have drawings of the characters, but pictures of people bother me. Mostly when you can see their face, because 1, they're usually not accurate to the story, and 2, you can't imagine up the faces. If the photo is like a partial photo without a face, then I'll allow it, but I 100% agree I hate when they replace original cover art with movie promo photos. Brad Pitt's in this book. I always liked the books that were blank except for the title and author, like it's some old forgotten book that nobody has cared about. And then you pick it up and start reading some crazy story. Dude. Nicholas Sparks' books are so basic about this. And actually 9/10 times the main girl isn't blonde. Well, I hate when a book is made into a movie or show and then all the fucking books have the cover from the show. Like, what the fuck? I want to have a nice looking book collection, not a fucking photo of actors. I really agree, but to be honest, if I've seen the movie adaptation of a book or even aware of it, I'm gonna think of those actors every time I read, regardless of whether they're on the cover or not. I personally don't give a flying fuck if there's people in the cover. But if they're the movie actors, it's agitating. I don't mind if they have people on them as long as they match descriptions in the book. But hate it when the guy or girl on cover has red hair and then the guy or girl in the book has blonde hair. I love creating my own personal images, so I completely agree. Pretty sure this is a popular opinion. I just read Dan Simmons' Hyperion, and I think it's one of the most beautiful paperback books I have, though I admit that opinion is colored by how good the book was. I don't think this is that unpopular. Kind of defeats the point of describing the character so I can develop my own image of them. If you're going to put a character on the cover to take that opportunity from me, save the page space and just get on with the story. Books covers should be blank. It ruins the imagination of what you see when you read. The same thing has happened with video game box art. Old games had fantastic works of art on their covers, and all new games are just a portrait of a character. I don't know, I'm unable to create a face in my mind without some sort of visual reference. Reading a book after seeing the movie is so much more enjoyable for me because it feels like the book comes to life. I see the actors and their environment while reading. This may be the real unpopular opinion. Only one I like is The Martian. I think Matt Damon was the perfect fit for Mark Watney. Witcher Saga got re-released with characters from games on cover, with some of them not even being in the books. I agree. Unless the book is a biography. I didn't know this was unpopular, lol. I've never bought a single book with a person on the cover. I don't like movie tie-in covers, but they're a necessary evil. Like, how else are you going to promote a new movie that's based on a book? And if a movie release/accompanying book re-release brings a wider audience to the book, then who cares what the cover is? I agree. I ordered Fight Club on Amazon, and on the cover there was a picture of Ed Norton and Brad Pitt from the movie poster. I gave it away and went and bought the original style. Dude, video games are the exact same shit. I think it Final Fantasy X where the Japanese had this beautiful minimalist design. It was lovely, and for the American reals they just stuck the main character on the front. Literally every goddamn game cover is just the main character with a weapon, and it's annoying as shit. Seeing Henry Cavill, Freya Allan, and the Yen actress on the new Witcher Prince is so frustrating. Yen's actress doesn't even match her described appearance properly. So yes, I agree. I totally agree. Having been a Harry Potter fan years before the first movie came out, and yes, there is a cartoon-like image of what we're to imagine Harry looks like on one or more of the covers, but in the case where the story is brought to film, nothing is more satisfying than watching your imagination come to life when it's done properly. Nothing is more frustrating when it isn't. In the case of Harry Potter, I was pleasantly surprised with how accurately the casting and artwork matched my pre-imagined idea of what people and places looked like, minus the Dursley's hair color. However, more often than not your description is entirely accurate. Totally concur. Depends on the book for me. The Witcher books have the game characters on the cover and I really enjoy their designs, so I like that they do that. Whenever they make a movie adaptation book cover, it's kind of cringy. Especially the ones where they put screenshots of the movie right in the middle. Inversely, I like when I have an image of a character in my head, that book gets adapted into a show or movie, and the actors they cast look like what I imagined. Liked because I agree. Can't help it. Case in point. I Am Legend, a white German factory worker, transformed to a black scientist. Then placed onto covers of all new prints of the book. This makes me so mad. I had a copy of Stardust I'd loaned to a friend with the original artwork. She lost it, so I had to go buy a new copy, but they all had the stupid movie poster on it by then. Needless to say, I wish this would stop.